This is the StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm campaign, Mission Supreme, Brutal difficulty. My goal is earn all the achievements that are specifically for this mission. I already went to Kaldir, but not Char, so Kerrigan is level 26 here. The achievements for this mission are: complete the mission, keep 100 health or more for Kerrigan, kill 300 enemy units with Kerrigan, complete the mission in less than 12 minutes, and kill each pack leader in less than 2.5 minutes. Also, the bonus objective, which is get 4 relics, and some stuff about specific game difficulties that don't actually work the way the game describes it. They're all available with brutal difficulty, despite the fact that the game pretends that some require other specific difficulties. Kerrigan also has new abilities now: Leaping Strike, Psionic Shift, and Mend. It's not a choice of abilities like in most other missions. Instead, I'm just stuck with these abilities for the mission. This mission, with all the achievements, is relatively difficult, so I do something I normally wouldn't do in an achievement video. I save, and then I load. Now it's a boss fight against Yadra. Yadra is a worm that pops up and then pops back down and leaves some eggs behind. Kerrigan can beat most of the eggs with Psionic Shift, which is a dash that deals area damage, and I also have some primal roaches here that can help attack the big eggs. I also occasionally use Mend, which heals Kerrigan a bunch and nearby units a little bit. Leaping Strike is probably my worst ability. Yadra's doing something different. Look, it's a big orange thing. Is this fire or corrosive breath? I don't know, but I should stand away from it. And I can actually stand in some of it and just heal back with Mend, and that's probably better for damage than wasting time dodging it, since I do care about my time. I also occasionally have enough surplus energy, and then I use my ability Leaping Strike. It does better single target damage than Psionic Shift, but it only hits one target, and Psionic Shift hits multiple, so it's normally the better ability. Okay, Yadra's almost gone, just focus the boss. That health bar is pretty small, but it's not around anymore. Okay, just turn around and focus the boss. Let the eggs hatch. After I beat the boss, I get a cutscene anyway. Then I save again. For this next part, I still have some other units with Kerrigan, and I get more here. So I have Kerrigan and a bunch of other units, but I just burrow my other units and send Kerrigan out alone. I think it's probably faster this way, and I do care about the time for that time limit achievement. I spend my energy right before I get the bonus, and then I get my energy back, so I can use Psionic Shift so many more times. I'm a little injured here, but I'm safe. And I'm fast enough, I can run away from these enemies. Get some more kills dashing through these enemies. I should get enough for the 300 achievement without really trying too hard. Unburrow my army and save. Then I'll be ready for the next boss fight. This is Crate. Puts a big circle thing on the ground and it follows my army around, but if I split my army, it only follows part of my army, so the rest of my army can stand still and attack. Then Kraith jumps into a wall, and some primal Zerglings come out. But Kerrigan beats most of them with Psionic Shift, and then it happens again. But again, Psionic Shift really helps. And gotta run away so that my army survives. Well, most of my army survives. It's actually okay if some of my army doesn't survive, but, well, more army alive means I can deal more damage. I think Kerrigan just beating the Primal Zerglings with Psionic Shift while my army focuses Crate should be the most efficient option here. But I also gotta dodge the green circle, and I don't have so much army left here. Since my army is just Kerrigan and 4 primal roaches, I kinda let them take some damage. They should survive. And Kerrigan still dashes in and beats the primal zerglings. Then we dodge the green stuff. Okay, Kreath doesn't have very much health left. Just focus directly on the boss. Ignore the primal zerglings. I beat the boss, then I saved again. And I load my save and send Kerrigan out alone using Psionic Shift so I can travel quickly. I found some primal banelings here, but they're not like regular banelings. I can go right through them with Psionic Shift and they don't deal their damage to me. Then I go across here with Leaping Strike. This is a special thing about Leaping Strike. It lets me travel across places that I normally couldn't travel across, like these gaps, but that only really helps on very specific terrain, like right here. Also, my abilities are not just the actives. So, I already mentioned the actives of what Leaping Strike and Psionic Shift do, but they actually also provide passive effects too. Leaping Strike gives me like 1/2 my normal attack range and plus 10 damage, which isn't so much. That's a terrible ability. And Psionic Shift gives me plus 30% movement speed. That's so helpful that I'm already at the boss arena. So I save again, and then I load my save. This is Sylvain and some primal banelings. I move my army around the side, and Kerrigan dashes through the primal banelings so they don't explode my army. Then we target Sylvain. Sylvain has less health than the other bosses in this mission, so this should be a quicker fight. This green ooze does a little bit of damage, but I think it's better if I just stand in it and focus the boss. It's okay if my army doesn't survive this. Sylvain doesn't have much health left. Kerrigan can do the rest alone. He occasionally dash so the primal banelings don't explode on me, but I do actually want to just use Leaping Strike directly on the boss. And that's it. Boss defeated. Then I save again. And I load again. Then I wait. There's not a section of like regular enemies between the boss fights this time. It's just another boss fight. This is Zervin. It sometimes uses tentacles and slaps the ground, dealing damage. But there's a little safe spot on the edge, and I put a Hydralisk there. I put a Hydralisk on the other side too. And I try some dodging. If I can dodge the tentacles, they don't deal damage to me. But I don't do so well dodging there. Then the enemy spawns some units. I beat them with Psionic Shift. I need 2 hits against the primal Hydralisks, but that's okay. I have enough energy for that. And I continue just attacking and dodging. And dodge again. And these enemies, or some Ravagers, they do so much damage I should really focus them, but if Zervin focuses the Ravagers for me, that's nice. And this is the last phase of the boss fight. Zervin just spins around and then hits the area with a big spray. And my army's mostly gone, but so is Zervin. This should be the end of the mission, but actually there's a significant amount of time just waiting around. But I finished it fast enough that even with all this extra waiting time, it's still less than 12 minutes. And the mission finally ends.